So, David, let me begin by asking what will be taking place on Saturday, June 11th?
Okay, it'll be something unique that no one's ever seen before. Well, most people haven't. It's called nine-man volleyball. And basically what it is, very briefly, it was a sport created by Chinese laundry workers and restaurant workers back in the 1930s and 40s as a form of recreation on weekends. And then since then, it's evolved to an actual competitive sport that uses college and high school level players. And actually Olympians have actually played in this sport. And along with it, the traditional six-man volleyball division is also included in the tournament as well. And just to let folks know, the Labor Day weekend, the Saturday, Sunday, and Monday this year, and that's the reason why we're doing it, this special exhibition. The actual tournament's taking place at the Rhode Island Convention Center in our local Providence, Rhode Island.
Fantastic. For people who know you as a former member of the Board of Selectmen, now a member of the school committee, they may not know that you know a thing or two about volleyball.
Well, if you've seen me, I've been a volleyball referee for the local high school for Hockomock and the surrounding southeastern Mass for actually since I moved into North Attleboro, pretty much the last over 20 years ago. And prior to that, I did 20 years refereeing up in the Boston area. So I'm about ready to hang it up. So, but I've always loved volleyball. And I used to play, not so much as good as I ref, but I used to play. So, and as a matter of fact, I used to play nine-man for one season. So I got to enjoy that. And I used to play six-man as a setter for Yankee. I played a couple seasons for that too as well. So it's a lot of fun. It's a good sport.
For people who have never seen the nine-man game, other than the number of players, does it differ at all?
You'll see it's a lot of fun because a lot of the new six-man rules is a result of some of them derived from the nine-man. The rally point scoring, that remember, old timers might remember the old side-out scoring.
Oh, I remember.
Right? So now it's rally point scoring. And here's the great thing. Instead of 4 hits, it's only 3 hits. So it's a much faster action. A block is actually considered a hit in nine-man volleyball, so it really moves around. And the great thing, which makes it so much fun, is the athleticism is exhibited by the fact that handles aren't called as tight as you would normally see in six-man. And there is one unique hit in nine-man that you'll see during the exhibition. And what that is called the fastball. And essentially what a fastball is, have you ever seen a guy dunk a basketball? That's basically what they do. It's actually a legal dunk. The only reason why they can do that, and so it's more fun, is they're not allowed to cross the plane of the net. So there's no blocking or spiking across the net, and that's why it's so unique the way it's done. It's like a straight wall. You know, you go up there, it's a straight wall, no blocking over, and it's really fun to see what happens after the ball gets tipped. And the other unique thing you'll see is sometimes a ball will go into the net. They get a free hit on that. So if, as you know, have you ever seen a setter? They try to save a ball off the net. In this case, they actually hit the ball into the net if they can't get a good set and then replay it a second time. Okay. So, yeah, so it's a lot of fun. And I just want to repeat, it's Saturday, June 11th, 2 weeks from this Saturday, a week from this Saturday, actually, from 11 to 3. And here's the fun part. At 11 o'clock, we have scheduled the girls, that is the North Attleboro High School girls volleyball team. We'll be scrimmaging against some of the women's teams up from Boston. And then at roughly 1:30, we're going to have the actual men's exhibition. So you'll see all the competitive men's teams from Boston playing.
Sounds like a lot of organizing. Have you been involved since day one?
Yeah, it was just my idea because I knew about the tournament. I said, wow, here's an opportunity to bring back the original heritage. Because when I said 1930s through 40s, when it was first invented, what I didn't tell you was it was actually created by the Providence restaurant and laundry workers and the Boston restaurant and laundry workers. And Chinatown no longer exists, obviously, in Providence. So we're actually trekking the old route. They probably drove down Route 1 through North Attleboro to get there because they used to play back and forth on Labor Day weekends. So it's a great thing to have, a tradition to have there. So it's great. And I'd like to say a special thanks when I threw the idea out quickly. Peter Havlin picked up on it and let Kurt Cumino, and he took the ball rolling with that. We got the date, and Courtney was on board. Courtney, as you know, is the North Attleboro varsity coach, so everyone's excited. The varsity team's going to be there. The freshman team's going to be there to cheer them along. It should be a fun morning and afternoon.
David, thanks for organizing it.
All right, thanks, Peter.